What's going on, everybody? I just figured I'd show off this guitar I got a few weeks ago. This is a 94 model Epiphone. I believe it was made in Korea. Um, don't see flying V's around in my area very often. So, to see one pop up used, I hopped on her. But yeah, I played around with it for a bit. And I got to be honest, I did not like the sounds I was getting out of it. The pickups just sounded kind of weak and didn't really have very much bite to them or anything like that. Just seemed very, I don't know, flat sounding and not very responsive, I guess. So anyways, I kind of figured maybe there's something going on like in the wiring and stuff. Well, I'll tell you the first reason I thought that. So when I got it, I plugged it in. To be fair, I didn't plug it in when I tried it out. I checked it out. I jumped on it as fast as I could, and when I talked to the guy, he said, yeah, everything works fine. I mean, I wasn't too worried about that because I kind of looked at it as a project anyways, so I was a little bit excited to just try it out first, see how she sounded, and then kind of decide whether what I wanted to do with it or not. So anyways, I played it around, and it was weak, and I figured, okay, well, there's got to be something going on. Well, first thing I noticed, I go bridge position, and I go to play, and I don't hear anything. I go, oh, great, so this guy sold me a shitty guitar. So I'm playing around, the volume's up, what the fuck, so screw around with the tone. Well, I turn the tone up, and this is a volume knob. So the way this thing's wired right now, bridge position, this is your volume. Neck position, this is your volume. So I've got two volume pots and no tone. It's kind of odd. So now I already know that somebody's been in there screwing around with something. Well, I'm kind of looking at this pick guard, and I kind of notice it looks a little bit jagged in some areas. You can see this isn't like very straight, and that kind of thing. I'm thinking maybe this isn't even an original pick guard. I think this is like somebody made a homemade one kind of thing. It's just like a single ply. Anyway, so I figure, okay, someone's been screwing around with it anyway at some point. So I just pulled this off, and I already cut the ground wire. I plan on changing this all out, but this is what I find. So pull it out, and I think this is my tone knob here. So I don't know, maybe they didn't like having a tone or whatever. I'm guessing that this originally had like the traditional Flying V, the 3-knob sort of thing going on, and they probably had a different pick guard. So I don't know, but I'm guessing that these might not even be the original pickups for this thing. I think these are just unbranded. I don't see any branding on them or anything, so I don't know what they are. But it's a bit of a rat's nest in here. So you can see, obviously, somebody's been playing around here. Got it taped up and everything. So yeah, that's what I'm working with. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I'll get a new pick guard. But I know that I'm going to change all the wiring, and I'm definitely changing the pickups. That's for sure. So what I want to do, I really like covered pickups. So I think what I'm going to do is put some, PAFs in there, covered. With the chrome top. Get her cleaned up, clean up the frets, clean up the fretboard, and then see where it goes from there. The next thing after that is I'm hoping to put some locking tuners on here as well, because once you go to locking tuners, you never want to go back. So go to that eventually. But I'll definitely be changing. I think what I want to do is I just want one master volume for both. Three-way selector, basically this same setup, but then have this as a tone. So have a volume for master volume between the two pickups and one tone knob. I think that's what I'll do, and then just keep the same setup. I like the idea of having like a right angle output jack here kind of thing, and that anyways. But so yeah, that's what I'm working with here. Kind of odd. But I mean, as I said, I paid $500 for this thing. It's likely going to be a little bit of a project, screw around with it, and then get it playing to the way I like it, and then see how she goes. I'll probably keep this one for a long time. Sit with the rest of the collection, but anyway, that's what I'm working with. Stay tuned to see more.